So hello everybody and welcome to today's video. Now I thought it'd be useful to do a video on a sleep technique that will help you get to sleep at night. Now before I go through the technique, just check first if this is for you. So does this sound like you? Do you find it hard to go to sleep at night because you can't switch off your thoughts? Do you find there's a constant stream of thoughts jumping from one subject to the next subject to the next subject? Thoughts such as what you have to do tomorrow, your long list of to-do list, do you run through that? Or do you find yourself ruminating over what had been gone during the day? Is it just random thoughts? Do you think, why am I thinking this? But you just keep jumping to another random thought, until you find you've been up all night, or at least a good few hours until you eventually can switch off. Or do you find yourself having worries? So really having negative thoughts, anxiety-provoking thoughts, preventing you from switching off and going to sleep. Does this sound like you? Do you wish you could just switch off your thinking mind and drift off into a lovely deep sleep? Well, for a lot of people that suffer from poor sleeping, this is a major factor, not being able to switch your mind off. Now, if you worry, it's kind of obvious why you can't switch off. Because when you're worrying at night, you're having negative thoughts, which create adrenaline, which make you more aroused, which make it even harder to switch off. So your nervous system doesn't know the difference between reality and imagination. So when you're having these worrying thoughts, perhaps you're going over an argument that you had that day, or you're worrying about an upcoming exam and you're thinking things are going to go wrong. When you're having these types of thoughts, your nervous system doesn't know the difference between reality and imagination. So it thinks all these bad things are actually happening. So you're creating adrenaline, which is going to prolong the time it takes to fall asleep with every kind of thought that makes you feel anxious. But the same with active thoughts. So you may not be worrying, but they're just a constant stream of thoughts. They will also keep you awake, such as, oh my God, I forgot to do this, or I must do this tomorrow. You're just engaging with a thinking mind, which doesn't signal to the body it's time to sleep. So really, you need to learn to calm your mind down. There's loads of ways to do this, but today I'm going to go through one of my favorite techniques. And it's called calming your mind down. Okay? Calming your mind down, or calming your internal voice down. And it's very simple to do. So obviously when you're trying to sleep at night, your thoughts would be such as, oh, and I've got to do this tomorrow, and oh, what happens if I don't finish my work in time, I don't meet the deadline, and what happens if this happens? And generally your thoughts, the sound of your voice is quite fast paced, and it maybe has a bit of alarm sound to it. So your body responds to the sound of your internal voice. So if you're talking to yourself in bed at night, feeling anxious, and it's got quite a fast pace to it, and an anxious sound quality, it doesn't matter if it's in your head or you're speaking it out loudly, it's quite powerful. So think of your internal voice as someone sitting next to you in bed, whispering in your ear, going, oh my God, you've got this exam tomorrow, and what are you going to do if you don't pass? Or, oh, you've got so much to do tomorrow, or I can't believe the way that person spoke to you at work, it was really bad. And you've got this anxiety-provoking voice. It doesn't matter that it's coming inside your head, it's still going to alarm your nervous system. So what you've got to learn to do is to calm the sound of your voice. Obviously, if you could just stop your thinking mind and stop thinking, that would be a hell of a lot easier. But we find it hard to switch off the thinking mind if we're used to engaging with it all the time. So what I train my clients to do is to go, sod it. I'm probably going to find it really hard to switch off the thoughts, because if you push those thoughts away, they'll come back tenfold like a boomerang. So actually pushing them away isn't the best thing. So I say, do you know what? If these thoughts are going to just keep coming at you, don't try to fight them. That causes resistance. So what I recommend you do instead is to change the tone of your internal voice. So let's say you've got that voice talking about maybe an exam tomorrow or a presentation you've got, and it's normally going, oh my God, I've got this presentation tomorrow, I've got this exam, and it's quite fast paced, frenetic. What you do is you slow it down and you go, oh my God, you have this exam tomorrow. You've got this presentation tomorrow. What are you going to do? So you're slowing the sound of your internal voice. You're lowering the tone of your internal voice. You're making it sound quite sleepy. Okay? So you're still allowing those thoughts to come at you, but you're saying them internally in a different way. Oh, I've got this exam tomorrow. I've got this presentation tomorrow. And you're going to be interspersing it with yawns as well to make it even more powerful. And this might sound a bit funny, but what I want you to do is when you do the internal voice, maybe every other word or every word you say, you're going to add a yawn. So you're going to go, oh, I've got this exam tomorrow. So you're going to be interspersing the sound of yawns as well into your internal voice. And this is going to be making your voice sound very sleepy and hypnotic. And your nervous system is going to be responding to the sound of your internal voice. If it hears a sleepy, tired voice yawning, that's perhaps talking about something that's going to cause anxiety, but you're saying it in a very calm, nonchalant, relaxed way. Guess what? It takes the anxiety out of the thoughts that you're having. Because if you were anxious about the topic happening tomorrow, you wouldn't be talking in a very calm, sleepy, nonchalant way, would you? You'd be talking in a very frenetic, fast-paced way. So I want you to just give this a go. So whenever you have an internal voice, it could be about a to-do list. I have to go shopping tomorrow. Or if you're reliving what happened today in the day, that person argued with me. And you pause between each words. You're sort of putting yourself into a hypnotic trance without realizing. So obviously when I do hypnosis on my clients, I do a very sleepy, slow-paced voice that slows their heart rate down, okay? So you create the rhythm of the voice that slows the person down. So you can effectively do that to yourself. You can put yourself into a hypnotic trance. You can calm your nervous system down by changing the tone of your voice, the speed that you deliver the thoughts with, and this will lead to sleep, okay? So I really want you to practice this. The next time you find yourself lying in bed and you're having this stream of thoughts, whether they be worries, whether they be you catastrophizing about something that might go wrong tomorrow, whether they be just going through a to-do list or just jumping from one thought to another thought, like random thoughts over and over again, I want you to replace that thought with a slow sounding internal voice, okay? So you're going to slow your internal voice down, you're going to pause in between words, you're going to lower the tone, and you're going to add these yawns as well, all inside your head. And just see the way the effect it has on your nervous system, and I guarantee you will start to feel sleepy, your train of thought will slow down, and it will lead to sleep. So it's called calming the internal voice, calming your voice, and I really hope you enjoy this technique, and I encourage you to practice this, and I look forward to your feedback. So please feel free to write down under this video how you found the technique and if it helped you or the experiences that you've had. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel to hear more tips, techniques, and conversations about anxiety and sleep. Good luck with using the technique tonight, and I'll look forward to seeing you soon. Bye for now.